What up, you guys? Are you in the mood for a little workout with a band today? Oh, you are? Perfect, because we have one right here. So we're gonna do a little band flow today. So normally in our full-length workouts, we'll do a typical like a HIIT repertoire, like 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 5 exercises, and do it 3 to 5 times through. So today I'm just gonna do, I'm sorry, I will be itching everywhere today. The allergies are so bad right now in North Carolina. Ugh, fall allergies are the worst. Anyways, I've got an extra strength stop band here. Whatever band you have, awesome. You don't have to go out and buy this exact band. But if you have one that has a fair bit of resistance to it, all the better. So what I'm gonna do is just do a little flow with you. I'm gonna do about 12 to 15 reps of each exercise, and I'm just gonna do it 1 time through. And then you guys can take creative license if you want. You can turn it into a HIIT. You can do the moves 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 3 to 5 times through. Add cardio to it if you want to. Just whatever floats your boat, okay? But today I'm just gonna do it 1 time through, each exercise 1 time for 12 to 15 reps and just a little flow. Because we don't get to flow very often. I'm kind of in a flow mood today. So that's what you're gonna get, okay? All right, and also too, it's really hard for me to do a HIIT when I've got 10 seconds to change position with one of these. It's not pretty. I've tried to do it. Not cute. So that's another thing is, I just don't want to be stressed out today, okay? I don't want to be stressed out with 10 seconds to change positions and get all perfect. It's not going to happen. Okay, so take your band. And I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna be out of your complete view for a second. Dead okay, you can see my feet, right? So I want you to kind of stand on your band, hip distance apart, so you've got equal lengths on either side of your arms, and you're gonna just walk your feet back, and then come on to hands and knees. Hey again. So you're in this position. I've got a little bit of the band, almost over my heels, just kind of to the edge of where the heel is, okay? I'm gonna come down on elbows, so I want your shoulders aligned with your elbows, shoulders right above elbows. Hands are kind of just grabbing in a fist, that's perfect, okay? Now I want you to reach out with the legs, so now you're in a full plank position, okay? So as you know, in a plank, what you gonna do, you're gonna pull your lower abs in, you're gonna pull your shoulders down the back, you're gonna press your chest away. I really want you to resist the floor. Nothing sinking down, okay? Squeeze your tush, lift. You almost wanna be in a bit of a pelvic imprint or a slight tuck. Okay, I'm starting because this is really tiring to talk like this at the same time. First exercise, I want you to reach one leg out to the side and tap, bring it back in, same leg, tap for the second time. Then we're going to switch, tap, and tap. So we're just double tapping, right foot twice, and left foot, okay? As I'm talking to you, I'm going to try my best to be counting reps. I've been doing this a long time, so I have a knack of knowing how many we've done even though we're chatting. But forgive me if I get a little quiet at times because this is freaking hard. I'm feeling it already. All right, we've got 5 left to go. Hold the abs in nice and tight. Keep pressing the chest away. You're doing awesome. Last 2. Breathe through. In 1. In 1. Good job. Just come down on knees. Take a quick little rest. Just started pouring here. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. It's a rainy day. Okay, ready? Back up to your plank. This time I want you to take your elbow and tap it forward and bring it back. Tap it forward, bring it back. And you're trying to keep your weight as dispersed over the midline as you can. You got this. I'd say a couple to go, but we're about halfway there. Reach and tap. I'm trying not to shift my weight in my core too much to one side. Pull the abs in. Try not to sink into the shoulders. Last 3, 2, in a 1, in a 1. Woo! All right, come back into a nice child's pose. Oh, and it's nice even to just get a nice stretch across the back. Sometimes when you're doing those reaches, you're already tired from being in a plank, so you can kind of get in those muscles and feel a little bit of a strain sometimes. So just give yourself a stretch whenever you need it. All right, ready, set. We're gonna go up on your hands now in a full plank. And I just want you to keep your knees bent, just in this position. And we're gonna take the left arm and the right leg, and we're gonna reach it out, just like, oh, I forgot to tell you. I am not starting this video over again. Take the left leg completely out, left foot comes out of the band, and so the knees are parallel, but the band's only behind your right foot, all right? I'm just gonna use allergies as my excuse for every mistake I made today. All right, now we're ready. So we're gonna reach, right leg, and left arm out, come back in, tap, reach back out. So I'm doing this slowly, because on the reach, I want you to exhale, hold, pull the abs in, slide the shoulders down, find that really good form. Exhale out, and breathe, and tap. I just noticed my shoulder wasn't quite over my hand, my wrist. So you're always kind of trying to make sure that your form is right where you want it. You should be feeling this. If you're not, then I don't even know what to tell you. Reach it out, pull the abs in. Try not to let your weight shift from side to side. Last 3. Good job. In a 2. You don't have to point your toes here. I'm a toe pointer, naturally. Okay, take a quick break. But sometimes the band doesn't want to stay on your foot, so I'm reaching through the heel here, and sometimes it just feels good to do that. All right, next exercise. It's a takeoff from the one we just did. We're gonna reach out. Now I want you to pulse, 2, 3, tap with long arm, long leg. Back up, pulse with the heel, 3, 2, 1, tap back down. Good job. Did you see that one? I almost went ass over tea kettle on that one. And tap. Last couple. Really aim that heel up toward the ceiling so you're feeling your glutes and your hamstrings kick in. Okay? Good job. Come back into modified child's pose. Woo! Really wish I put the air conditioning on right about now. That'd be really nice. Anyways, I'm just gonna sweat through it and breathe heavily because that's so entertaining for you guys, isn't it? All right, third and final exercise on this side. So we're gonna attempt to do all these at once, meaning I'm gonna attempt to do all these at once. You're gonna hover your knees just above the mat. Okay, you're gonna kick this leg back into extension, tap to the side, bring it back up and back in. So you're trying to keep both knees off the mat the whole time. Tap to the side and bring it back in. Exhale, tap and bring it back in. So we've been in plank for all these exercises so far. And if you didn't realize it before, band work is really hard. Do you see me shaking? So sometimes you just need to take, you need to take a break. I would rather you stop and press pause, or just stop, Sometimes you're gonna see me stop because you can feel your form giving, and it's just not worth it to keep pushing through just because there's a timer going or because I'm telling you to, and I'll do the same, okay? I'm gonna stop if it doesn't feel right too. Okay? Team effort. Switch legs. So now your opposite foot has the band wrapped around it. The other leg is completely free. Line those knees up beside each other and shift your shoulders over the wrists. You want to feel pretty much an equal tension in both sides of that band, okay? So we're going to do the same sequence of 3, just the other side. All right, so now it's left leg, right arm, reach, and come back in and tap. So what I noticed I just did is when I reached out, I shifted my weight toward my right leg, and that's really, it's a very normal thing to do. It's your body's way of saving your core from having to do more work. We just naturally shift to the stabilizing knee. What I want you to constantly do is keep your weight centered right over both legs, even though one is in the air. Here, so hold. Now shift your weight slightly to the left, and when you did that, you should have felt core muscles kick in that were not kicking in, and not just your front core. I'm talking spinal extensors. I felt my back kick in even more. Last 2. And 1. Good job. Come back in modified child's pose. Just reach those arms forward. That feels really good. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Okay, guys. So now we're going to do your pulse for 3 with that back leg, okay? We're going to go, reach, pulse, 2, 3, and tap with long arm, long leg. Pulse, 2, 3, and tap. So we're just not coming back into a bent knee and arm this time. We're just keeping a long arm, long leg, and tapping. Now find that center of balance where you're shifting your weight back to the center, okay? Use that glute, use that whole posterior chain. I really can't talk when I have bad allergies. I'm so sorry. I think you're gonna get the gist of what I'm saying, even if it's not all in English. Oh. Good, last 2. Pull those abs in, shoulders down the back, and come into a child's pose. Good job. Woo! So we've got 1 left on this side. It's the hardest one. I'm really not sure why I always save the hardest ones for last, but I do. But it's a progression. It's going from easiest to hardest, and that's what we always do. Okay? There's a reason for it, I promise. So, we're going to hover those knees. Make sure you're aligned first. Shoulders right over those wrists. Okay, feet are hip distance apart. So are the knees. And you're going to exhale those knees up to hovering. And we're going to kick back, tap, and back to start. Exhale, it's a whole exhale. Inhale to bring it in. You're going to notice that that standing leg is going to want to come higher and higher, okay? That's where you don't want to let it. Mine is even higher than I want it right now, but my quads are just like not having it. So you just got to read your body. You guys got this. Last 4. When that leg goes to the side, the rest of your body is not going to follow it. The work here, oh, good job. Woo! The work is in moving that one limb out to the side and the rest of your body having to stabilize. That's where the real work is done. It's not the reaching, it's not the moving limb that's getting worked as much as it is the rest of your body that has to stabilize against that movement. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more moves. This is gonna be your anterior chain concentrate on in some upper body, which I probably don't have to tell you. You've already been working. You've done quite a bit of upper body. Okay, so I want you to bring your band over your feet like so that it comes all the way up toward the edge of your toes. So it kind of covers most of the top half of your foot or feet. You're going to cross the band over into an X, and we're going to roll down. And then I want you to find your position that you'd be in for a classic kind of 100, okay? So up and over the bra strap, pull the abs into the mat, okay? Bring your legs to tabletop, and then we're going to reach them out. So you're going to choose how high you want your legs. The higher your legs are, the less difficult it is for your abdominals, okay? So the more work for your abdominals would be down here and really kind of almost plank your body out, meaning pull your abs in, pull the shoulders down, everything's tight, legs are drawing together, quads are turned on. And I want you to find that distance where you're going to exhale to arms out wide, inhale back to start. So I want you to feel enough tension in the upper body that you're getting that work through the shoulders. And it's just exhale, pull the abs in even deeper. Inhale to reach back. You should see your abdominals sink every time you exhale. Now, if you're getting a really tight neck, head down, abs in the mat. In fact, sometimes I actually feel my core working better this way. It's harder to keep your spine in the mat when you're down long and your legs are lifted. Because if you're in flexion, your spine, you're already forcing the vertebrae into the mat because you're in flexion, right? But when your spine is in a long neutral, you have to use your abs, flatten them down to the mat, okay, to really anchor each vertebrae into the mat. Hold here. If you're still up, you're breathing, your shoulders are down, you're not like this. Okay, and another thing I want to point out, just really quickly, is that I see a lot of people doing this. They're pulling and they're pressing out from their elbows. I want you to feel like you're leading with your elbow and bring the elbows to parallel with the shoulders and then back out. So there's no reaching and pulling with the forearms. It's just here to here. Good job. 2 more sets. So you just did a wide row. Now we're gonna do a hammer curl. So you can either bunch, if that bothers you, just bunch it up and hold it like that. Back to your start position. You can either have your hands hip distance or shoulder width apart or together. I like shoulder width apart, it's a little bit more challenging. Find your happy height for your legs. Up and over the bra strap. Exhale to hammer curl. Inhale to extend. Now, watch my elbows. Okay? This is what they're not doing. They're not dropping. They're staying parallel to my shoulders. They're in front of shoulders, but they're at the same height as the shoulders. Okay? So when you pull in, nothing else is moving. You don't drop the arms. It's a true curl. Okay, scoop those abs. See if you can go a little lower with the legs. Bring the head down if you need to. Pull the navel in. Last 4. Breathe through it. Exhale, 3. And 2. And a 1. Good job. Bend those knees. Bring the feet down for a second. The last arm that we're going to do arm position is going to be a wide, long arm pulse out to the side. So I hold it between my thumb and my index finger, just like that, so you can have long fingertips. Okay, we're going to bring the legs back to tabletop. I'm going to keep my head down for this one. Reach those legs out and then let a little bit more go, so you're not gripping as high, close to your feet for this one. Lower the legs where you can feel the spine in the mat. And it's exhale straight out. Inhale back in. You're never losing tension. Okay? So you always have tension. I want you to hold for at least a full second all the way out. Bring it back in. As you're reaching those arms out to the side on the exhale, Pull the legs in toward each other. So the inner thighs are connected. Your shoulders slide down your back, even though you don't want this. Okay, keep it out of the traps. There you go, just like that. Pull the abs in so tight that you're just gluing your vertebrae to the mat. And don't forget to breathe, last 4. Can you bring the legs any lower? 3. With your spine in the mat, 2. Last one, hold, 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 and come down. Woo-wee, that's work right there. Okay, so since you're already in this position, I promise you we're not doing any more exercise. This is a stretch and it feels so good. So just take one foot, I'm gonna start with my left. Bring the band around it. And just hold on, take a pretty close grip. Hold on to it, same arm, okay? And you're just gonna pull toward you. And I'm just gonna bring my elbow to the mat. This is just the nicest feeling. You can stretch the other leg out long if your hip flexors aren't too tight. Or just bend the knee, place the foot back down. So in this position, I want you to flex the foot and point a couple times just to feel that nice range of motion in the ankle. Last time, flex and point. Pull that leg a little closer. I'm shaking, I don't know about you guys. Okay, now from this position, take your opposite hand onto the band, and I want you to pull the leg across midline. What I don't want you to do is this, okay? You're gonna take the stretch with you. You mean there has to be an opposing force, right? So glue this SI joint to the mat, and then slightly pull that leg across midline, but this has to be glued down, okay? And that's where that stretch comes. So you should feel all through the glute, through the IT band area. Depending on how tight you are, you might feel it all the way to your ankle. A lot of people do. Of course, you can bring the other leg out long if you need a little bit more range of motion, but I want you to also feel like you're pulling your femur back down into the joint. It's not reaching out towards, so you gotta create those opposite tensions, okay? And then you get that proper stretch in and it feels so good. Now take the left hand again and just pull it out to the side. But what I want to see you doing is keeping that opposite hip glued to the mat, okay? So it's not rolling with you. Again, you need to have that anchored so you can stretch away from it. And again, it just feels awesome. Switch sides, other foot. So sometimes it's just nice to flow like that. Just one exercise after the other. Not freaking out with a timer. It doesn't have to be hit all the time. I don't know about you, but I felt that and I just did it one time through. Okay, so, and I also think it's really good to mix up the pattern of the way that you work out. Obviously, we're not gonna do hit every single time we work out, right? You want a good flow in sometimes. You gotta mix it up, confuse that body. So we're just flexing and pointing, pulling the abs into the mat still. So even though it's a stretch, I'm still gonna cue you with those form cues because it's still important to feel like you're stabilized to the spine and the core, okay? And now you're gonna take the opposite hand, so left hand, and you're gonna bring that leg across midline, glue that right SI joint to the mat. Oh Lord, and yes, there's always gonna be one side that is way worse. This is mine. This is my nasty side every time. Hold and breathe. So you want to get at least 3 good breath cycles in. Inhale and exhale 3 times for every stretch. Okay? Oh, just feels good. Opposite hand. So your right hand, right foot again. And you're gluing that left hip down to the mat. And just pull that leg out to the side. Sometimes you can pull the leg toward your shoulder a little bit too. If you need that extra inner thigh / hamstring stretch. Pull the abs in. Make sure you're not carrying tension in the head, neck, and shoulders during this. I'm shaking. It's probably the 5th time I've said that. All right. That was really good. Slowly roll up through the spine. And you did it, baby. We did it together. So you can actually, just so you know, you could have done that without a band if you didn't happen to have one with you. It's really challenging even without the band. The band really kicks it into high gear, but you can definitely do it without the band, just so you know. You don't have to have that. You could have just flowed through with body weight, and body weight work is so hard. So, good job on you. See you again soon. Bye.